Good morning, welcome to my channel everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some world admin news, a little bit of predictions as well as the ever important guidance cards towards the end, so stick around for those guys. I am out here with my doggos, be warned. Sophie and Barney are here chomping on some snacks at the moment. Barney's actually eating one of Sophie's bones, so who knows how that's going to end, guys. And also there's some builders in the background across the street doing some building, so excuse the banging and clanging and the sawing and the noises. Cheers everyone. I have got my peppermint tea today. A little bit overcast today. We had beautiful rain. I didn't even check the rain gauge, guys. I'll let you know how many mil I had, but we had quite a fair bit actually. Everything's looking greener. It's just nice. Great for the veggie gardens. The tomatoes are coming up here. It's really lovely. It was so nice to have the rain, just the smell of it. It's very cleansing, isn't it? It's just good for the mind, body and soul, a bit of rain, because we've been dry for so long. Still got Victorian bushfires here in Australia, floods up north. It's mad, guys. The weather, and I think we all agree from your comments, guys, the weather is crazy, not normal. Pretty much is the conclusion from most of you guys out there. Firstly, welcome anyone new to the channel. It's great having some new subscribers. Feel free to comment down below. We chat to each other. We come from all different parts of the world. Hit the like buttons, hype. Thank you guys for just being here and just for watching as well. It's beautiful. And like I said, consider subscribing if you haven't. First off, let's get into some global news, guys. First off, we've got the royal Kardashians. We've got Prince Harry, yes, back in the limelight again. I think he's visiting London. I'm not sure what the go is. I don't know why he's there. It's usually some sort of court case. Who would know? But anyway, you've got a bit of a visit from Harry. Always staying important, isn't he? Even though he was on his very big privacy tour years ago, he's sort of never really left the public eye, has he, guys? Him and Meghan. Just saying, i.e. it's pretty funny, isn't it? Okay, the other thing we need to talk about here is e-scooter house fires here in Oz. We've been talking about e-scooter fires here for a very long time. E-scooters, e-bikes, lucky cars, blah, 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 all the usual kind of things. They have killed 6 people this year. Just this year. I think they meant this year, or was it, I don't know if it was overlay from last year, overlap. But anyway, that's 6 people too many, isn't it? And they were caused by the lithium battery fires of e-scooters, because we know they go off like fireworks. It ends up a crazy house fire. I told you about the insurances. Now people are going to have to pay extra insurance on their lucky car, home insurance and all this kind of thing. We know it's all happening. This is global issues too. Oh, there's Barney popping around. He's having a lovely old time eating all the snacks. I've got them some dried salmon bellies and they're eating those as well. You better get the other one, Sophie. So then on the news, after the e-scooter story about the house fires, they talked about William. He's a huge scooter riding fan. He rides around his grounds apparently. Now he's not allowed to ride his electric scooter around because it's a bit dangerous, because you can run into people, they said. But I think we all know why he can't ride his electric scooter around, i.e. could be about the fires. They don't want the royal palaces igniting with lithium battery fires, I'm guessing. But they didn't actually say that, but it came directly after the e-scooter house fire article. So don't know, guys, but poor old Willie won't be able to scoot around on his electric scooter anymore. What's wrong with having a normal scooter and just pushing along with your foot? I don't get it. The world's getting lazier and lazier, isn't it, guys? It really is. The other thing is we've got Trump. We've got to discuss. He has been doing a lot. I don't think we could say he hasn't been, perhaps pushing the war narrative. He apparently is building a border of peace. Yes, everyone can join his wonderful board of peace. But only if you've got $1 billion, because the membership is $1 billion. So Elbow is apparently on that list, ready to join the board of peace with Trump. But $1 billion, lazy $1 billion laying around for Elbow. So obviously our taxes probably will go up here in Oz. Just saying. Watch this space, guys. I'm sure your lovely parliamentary leaders like Carnage and Chris Luxon and Oh, not to forget Starmageddon. We'll all be invited to join the peace. Like I keep saying too, we're going to hear more from Africa as well. So you might be incorporated into these, stop the wars, peace board, the board of peace. Oh, and also, guys, I was watching Carl Vernon the other day. I know a lot of you here watch Carl Vernon. It's a very funny channel on YouTube. Who did mention the WEF's back again in a couple of weeks. So we've got the big Davos VIP important meetings. So the WEF puppet masters will be having their very important meetings to help to save the world, etc., from extinction and changing our lives and eating the bugs and all this kind of stuff. We know how it goes on. It's gone on for years and years. So watch your space, guys. I'm sure we're going to have some very interesting little talks come from the WEF in Davos yet again. Always very entertaining, isn't it? With Cotton Schwab and company over there. All right, watch this space. Let's do some predictions, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, enormous amount of healing this year. We keep talking about this as the great shift, the spiritual awakening. There's an enormous amount of healing being done this year. And this is healing within people's souls. People are cracking open, they're breaking open. We always call it like the phoenix rising from the ashes, the butterfly emerging from the caterpillar cocoon. This is what's happening this year. A lot of people's souls are healing. Probably not you guys on my channel because we've already gone through our awakening processes. If you've found me, that means you've gone through your awakening and you've emerged through the other side. But, of course, we don't stay stagnant. We keep them expanding and growing spiritually. And, of course, we've got a lot to navigate this year, haven't we, guys, in Clan Show 3.0 on steroids, we call it, here if you're new to the channel. Cheers to the huge amount of awakening this year. So I'm getting that huge amounts of healing energy. They're showing me like the Red Cross symbol, the big thick Red Cross symbol of like which is healing, hospitals, first aid. I'm just getting that kind of thing. There's a lot of this healing, soul healing going on this year. But the thing is, like we talk about here, it's about people's own journey. It's not someone else comes and heals you. People have to heal themselves. They have to work through their past hurts, their pains. We talked about it the other day, dropping that backpack of burdens. That's what's going to happen for a lot of people this year in a very, very significant way. And we always talk about that frequency rising, like rising up. People are starting to have to use their senses more. They're awakening, their telepathy. They're awakening to their abilities is what I'm getting. It's something that has been, and I think as intuitive, psychic, sensitives, etc. A lot of that's had to be pushed down for a very long time in people, whereas people are starting to realize they have these other skill sets. It's not just their basic senses. It's not just taste, touch, smell, and these kind of things, sight and all that. There's a whole other dimension. We call it sensory perception, I guess you could call it. There's just a whole lot of other ways that you can receive messages. You get downloads. We get downloads of, we call it guidance as well. You hear these messages, you get synchronistic signs. Like, this is the kind of stuff people are waking up to. I know a lot of you guys who are on my channel already understand all this. That's why we do a lot of manifesting. We got the hot air balloon the other day. Oh, you're going to have a game, Sophie? Good girl. Oh, they're having a little game. Barney's trying to get her to have a game. Good girl, go and have a game. So this is what's going to happen with people this year. They're going to start to realise and have an awareness that there's a lot more... there's a different way of living is what I'm getting. There's a different way of living. Their sensory perceptions are going to open up. I'm seeing big marches on the streets of London. We've had the plasticine protest marches again here in Oz. Probably not as big as they were before Bondi shootings, but we're still going to have them. What are you eating now? So I'm getting that. I'm getting big protest marches. And to be honest, I think it's against Starmageddon. I do. I think it's against the silly, crazy things. We know he's had a little bit of a done a U-turn on the digital ID mandates to work, because people are waking up. They realise it's BS and garbage. He's saying that he's been in the digital ID to help with the migrant issues, but as we all talk about continuously here, the migrants don't have any identification. They're still going to go under the radar. They don't need a digital ID to work. They get paid cash. Like, it's all this, it's insanity. So people are waking up. These are the kind of reasons people are marching for. Also, cost of living. Well, we know there's like a lack of jobs now because AI is taking over. There's many, many things, but I am seeing big marches in London streets. I'm getting that this year. Probably around May. I'm getting New Zealand's kicking off. You're going to hold some rallies. It's showing me people talking about issues, what your government's doing, what Chris Luxon's doing. We know he's part of the VIP important people now. He's been going to these global meetings. We don't know, is he going to be, involved with this WEF more and more? No one knows really until the information comes back. But I am seeing some rallies, some get-togethers, people talking out against things, not just farmers. I feel like there's even going to be more people talking about what's happening to our countries in general. So I am seeing, well, they're not ginormic, but they're people getting together and trying to highlight things and focus on what the government is doing. Nothing as bad as what, example, Jacinda did way back during the Immortal event, but I'm still seeing people calling out the BS. Do you want this to happen to your life? And I feel like those little rallies will grow. They'll get bigger throughout the year. So I am getting gatherings in New Zealand against some of Chris Luxon's policies. Could be more taxes too. Of course, there's more taxes. And this is the interesting thing, guys. It's like the Lecky car. People are going to pay more insurance and all this kind of thing if you've got Lecky cars and batteries, home batteries and things like this. But it's this kind of thing is what I'm getting, like the more taxes. And with all the crazy weather that's going on everywhere globally, it's going to be harder to get like flood insurance, fire insurance. We know there's going to be all these extra little levies and things tacked on. If you live like I live near a creek, for example, you're very, floods. It's not just flood zone anymore. It's going to be like extreme flood zone levies put onto your bills and things like that. That's what I'm getting. And this is, or if you're living in bushland, once upon a time you could live in bushland, but now if you're living in bushland and you want insurance, it's going to go through the roof, like everything else. The cost of everything's going through the roof. Nothing really new and surprising there. So that's what I'm getting. All right. Let's see what else we get. Still getting fightbacks in Paris. I'm still seeing protests. A lot of this, remember, gets hidden. A lot of the protesting around the world gets hidden by, of course, mainstream media, who we know is always run by our governments, and it only ever has the one narrative. I am seeing that in Paris, still very radicalised, extreme protesting. A lot of friction in Paris and France is what I'm getting. A lot of turmoil, a lot of corruption. We know Macron's one of the worst dictators out, especially during the Immortal. He wasn't far behind Trudeau, was he, guys, with his methods of controlling people? But I am getting that. People will stand up in France. There's a lot of volatile protests coming in France. Still getting Trump and the Navy ships. We keep getting it in this Pacific region. The massive Navy ships. I keep getting it where the planes, the Top Gun planes, fly on and off. Billions and billions and billions of dollars is going into, and also Navy patrols of borders, of course, because Trump's very tight on this, but also bringing in those other countries, protecting each other. Trump wants to be that threat to China and Korea, to let them know that he's a force, not a force to be reckoned with. He can help other countries as well. So I'm just still seeing that. It's very strong this year. Lots of money going into war. I'm getting warships, Navy, particularly Navy, protecting the waters. And when you've got these Top Gun planes, it's that they get the aerial view. It's intimidation. I'm just getting that. See, America wants to look big to China and Korea. We know China and Korea are sort of big, intimidating threats. Nothing much ever happens with them, though. but they're always threatening Taiwan and all this kind of stuff. So I do feel like Trump's going to still be really on his war course this year. We're still going to hear heaps about Trump and war. We know we are. We know he's after Greenland. We've been talking about Greenland here for years. We know he'd love to get his little mitts into Greenland. So this year there's a lot about power. And of course, while everybody's looking at all the war stuff and everybody's focusing on that, and I keep saying long term they're looking at war taxes for all of us little plebs. If you want to protect your country, you know, we might have to put your taxes up. I keep getting that. Oh God, where was I going? Hang on, guys. Sometimes I get so many messages I can't get them out. Yes, well, basically we're going to hear more about a lot of war. That's what I was saying. Well, all our minds are on war and everything that's going on, and Venezuela and Greenland and all that. No one's looking at the Epstein redaction files, I call them, because everything's redacted out of them, so you can't even see any of the slimy creeps that were, you know, perhaps on the island or flying in the Lolita jet and all this sort of stuff. All eyes are off that. So it's always the distraction show. We know these global elites are very good at the distraction show. They just get away with everything. And I think all of us would agree that that P. Diddy trial and everything was a good indication. Perhaps O.J. Simpson's trial as well. How they, you know, if you've got power and money, you do get away with rather a lot, don't you? I think we could all agree that P. Diddy, his past might have damaged a lot of people's lives, i.e. Justin Bieber, etc., etc. Who knows? But nothing ever comes of anything, does it? All right, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm getting Europe. I keep saying there's these big waves, tsunamis of awakening across Europe, but I am getting people are very intelligent in Europe. The government has mistaken people for being dumb and useless and dumb and naive, but they're wrong. The European people are very strong and they're quite self-sufficient is what I'm getting, and creative. So I feel like they're not going to go along. They're making a real stand across Europe. I keep saying there's going to be big fight backs, etc. across Europe over everything. And I do feel like the governments are going to give them power outages. They're going to hear a lot more across Europe about power outages, power going out. So you need to jump on board and do all this renewable solar stuff and do all this. Otherwise, our grid's going to keep failing. They're going to get these kind of blackouts and messages all the time over there in Europe. But people aren't going to stand for it. People are seeing through what they're doing. People are seeing through the games, the trickery, the illusion. People are seeing through it in Europe. It's so good. Oh, and like I keep saying, they've had the worst cost of living, so they have to do something because they're just their lives are going down the toilet. How about we pull some cards, guys, and get a little bit of guidance at the moment. Barney's having a great old time over there. Let's pull a daily healing. Develop awe and reverence for life. That's the card. Now, I think that's something that we really have developed since awakening, is an awe for life and understanding life too. We have a different understanding of life and how everything works, I think, now. Like, we don't just look at things at face value now. We look into the depth of things, whether that be looking at a tree, interacting with our pets, being creative, like, you know, me doing my doll's house. There's a lot more depth to these things for us now, rather than just, oh yeah, there's a nice tree. You actually look at the tree, we see it blowing in the wind. You know, we talk about we're like the trees that are flexible, that go with the flow, that bend. We just see things very differently. We see the real beauty in how something grows and the colours and the different coloured leaves, and especially with a lot of us who live in places where we get the 4 seasons, you know, you see how the tree drops its leaves to protect itself and it has the beautiful autumn colours. Like, we look at the depth of things now, whereas I think pre-awakening, a lot of us, did I say we were going to pull a Gaia card? Guy Oracle. A lot of us didn't see that. This is interesting, isn't it? Flame tree, the start of something new. That's appropriate when I'm talking about a tree. And that's like things lay dormant. Lately, someone was telling me about fires. We were talking about the fires in Victoria, and they're actually saying to me how fires can lay dormant in trees for months, and then they can flare up again if you get like a bit of heat or something. They can still be burning underground in the tree, like trunk. So I'm getting that flame tree, the start of something new, and when that's in relation to us, it's that igniting of something new. We're always looking for new and interesting experiences, aren't we, guys? Keep that flame burning is the message I'm getting for us. Keep yourself motivated, interested in life, and keep, well, like we say, keep creating. Barney's trying to get a game going with Sophie. Manifesting affirmations. Come on, Sophie, have a run with him. Good girl. Sophie, good girl. Aren't ya? Barney. Oh, God. She's like, help, Mum. Help. I'll just shuffle these, guys. I'll have to give him a chasey. He loves to zoom around. I'm going to get him an eye tag because he's a bit of a... He runs away from you. Maltese seem to do that, don't they? In stillness and at peace, I will receive abundance. And abundance is in any form. It's not necessarily money. It can be abundance of happiness, joy, spirituality, so many areas. I'll pull one more of these, guys, just to get a little bit more clarification on that. What you doing, Barney? Barney. He's in that. True manifesting is about receiving what is best for all. True manifesting is about receiving what is best for all. And see, this is why I give you those manifesting tests, guys, because when you're manifesting, it's about the speed that something comes at. Are you allowing? Are you letting things in? Or are you contracted? See, if you're going with the flow and your body's very open and relaxed, things will manifest much faster. I'm getting an Indian teepee for that, or a tent, like a camping tent. One of those two. You've got to manifest those today, guys. A teepee, Indian teepee tent, you know, like that, or just a normal camping tent. Any form, doesn't matter what it is, guys, but that's your manifesting. See how fast you can create it. If you can do it within an hour, that's brilliant. It might take some people a week. They're just little exercises, spiritual exercises to help you to go with the flow more and know what's happening within your body. That's how I use manifesting. And again, it's like synchronicity too. Like things will come into your experience. I'll leave a video over here on synchronicity. Things will come into your experience when you need to be synchronized with them. And when that does happen, it's that equal and same vibration. It means, you know, you'll think of someone and you'll send that vibration out. Of course, we all know. And then someone will just appear, or they'll ring you up or send you a text message. It's quite weird, isn't it? But that is, as we know on this channel, one of those extrasensory perceptions that opens up when you awaken is your, we call it telepathy as well, but it's also like the radio waves, like sending radio waves and signals out, isn't it? And then receiving things back. So that's what I'm going to get you to manifest today, a tent or a teepee. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos today. Sophie's here. I don't even know where Barney is. Barney! Oh, he's up at the trees. You might just see him. Barney! There he is, right at the back. Look. Here he comes. Here he is. Where are you? Oh, he's a nut. He's that busy. Come here. Barney. There he is. He's always busy doing something. He's a funny little guy. You want to say goodbye, Soph? She just likes chilling out because she's 9. She's getting older, isn't she, darling? They're good together, which is good. I didn't know how to go in the beginning, but so far so good. Oh, guys, I had a bit of a hiccup with my doll's house yesterday. My hubby and I went to put the second floor on. I know a lot of you are following my Dark Academia Doll's House project. And we had accidentally glued the wrong walls. We had to do like a swap because one was a centimetre longer than the other, and it left a gap in the walls. And we were like, oh no, I'd already Gorilla Glued it in, so no more gluing. So we got the paint scraper, luckily, and we could just scrape it out of the hole, and it put the paint scraper on it, just popped the wall out. Oh, luckily. And we had to swap them. So, oh, my poor hubby, I thought he was going to have a breakdown. Any flat pack is hard at the best of times, but this doll's house has got really bad instructions, so it's a bit of guesswork. I keep bringing the picture up on my iPad because it's like, bloody hell, sometimes you just got to visually see it, haven't you, to work. Anyway, fingers crossed we can get the next floor on. Wish me luck, guys. I'll come on and talk to you soon. Enough of me having a whinge. Flat pack, so I know you guys understand. All right, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, like, hype, consider subscribing, and please feel free to comment. We chat to each other here and let each other know what's really going on in our countries. Like I said, we don't always see it on mainstream media. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.